Okay, imagine this. A city, a major power center, thousands of years ago. Pataliputra, they called it then. And now it's Patna, the, bustling capital of Bihar. Today, we're diving right into Patna. It's a place just steeped in history, culture. Really fascinating stuff.
Exactly. And maybe you're curious about Patna, want to sort of get a handle on the must-see places, but without wading through tons of info.
Right.
We've looked at some sources that cover a whole range of sites. You've got ancient spots, cultural centers, really important religious places, nature, recreation, even places nearby.
So our mission for this deep dive, really, is to pull out the, let's say, the most interesting, the most crucial bits about Patna's main attractions. Think of it as like a shortcut. You get clued in on what makes Patna tick, and maybe, just maybe, feel inspired to check it out yourself. All right, let's jump in. With so much history, where do we even begin?
Well, given that long past, maybe starting with the historical and cultural highlights makes sense.
Yeah, sounds good. Let's kick off with the Golgar. This sounds pretty monumental. A huge granary, built way back in 1786 by a British engineer, John Garston.
Yes, that's the one. And what's really striking is just the sheer size of it, especially for the time. It wasn't just for storage. It was built because of the famines that had hit the area. Its design, that sort of beehive shape with the spiral stairs outside, that was actually functional for loading grain
Hmm.
and climbing to the top. Well, the view over the Ganges is amazing, sure, but it also shows you why Patna was so key strategically, being on the river.
Ah, okay. So practical, strategic, not just storage. Got it. Next, the Patna Museum. Established 1917, so over a century old now. What stories are inside that building?
Well, think of the Patna Museum as kind of holding the foundational layers of Bihar's history. It's got an amazing collection, Mauryan sculptures, Buddhist relics, terracotta figures. Every object sort of connects you directly back to the people, the events that shaped this whole region centuries ago. It gives you a real sense of those deep cultural roots.
Okay, tangible history. But then there's the Bihar Museum. Sounds like it offers maybe a different angle on the past. How does it stack up against the older Patna Museum?
That's a good way to put it. The Bihar Museum definitely takes a more modern route. It's very interactive. While the Patna Museum really showcases the artifacts themselves, the Bihar Museum uses technology, immersive displays. It tries to bring the stories behind the artifacts to life for people today. It's less about just looking at objects, more about creating, an experience.
Right. So one is the object itself, the other is the story brought alive. An interesting contrast. Okay, moving on. Shahid Smarak, the Martyrs Memorial, 32 meters high, right by the Ganges. What's the symbolism there?
It's a really powerful symbol, actually. It stands for the ancient glory of Patliputra, but also commemorates the sacrifices made throughout its long history. Being right there on the riverbank, it's kind of a focal point for thinking about the city's resilience, its spirit, a visual reminder of Patna's historical significance.
And lastly, for this section, the Jalan Museum, or Kila House, a private museum, which sounds kind of intriguing. What's inside?
Yeah, being private makes it pretty unique. It's this incredible personal collection. You'll find such a mix: European porcelain, Asian artifacts, intricate metalwork, even personal items. It offers this really intimate window into the lives and tastes of people from different times and places. It's quite different from a state museum.
Okay, interesting. Let's shift gears now, focus on the sacred spaces in Patna. First, Tax-free Patna Sahib. This sounds hugely important.
Oh, absolutely. It marks the birthplace of Guru Gobind Singh Ji, who was the 10th Sikh guru. And its significance, well, it's one of only 5 talks. These are the highest seats of authority, both temporal and spiritual, in Sikhism. So it's a major pilgrimage destination, deeply central to Sikh faith and history.
Wow, okay, a really pivotal site. Then there's the Kamaladaha Jain Mandir, described as the oldest Jain site in Patna. That suggests a very long presence.
It really does. It's near Gozarba, and it provides that concrete link to the very deep roots of Jainism in this part of India. It's a place for quiet worship, and it really underlines how Patna has been a center for multiple faiths over the centuries.
Right. And finally, for sacred spots, Padri Ki Haveli, the oldest church in Bihar, apparently. Tell us about that one.
Yeah, Padre Ki Haveli is basically a testament to the early presence of Christianity in Bihar. What's particularly cool is its architecture. It's this blend of European styles and Indian influences. That mix kind of reflects the cultural dialogue happening back then. Makes it a really unique historical site.
All right, time for maybe a bit of fresh air. Let's look at nature and recreation in Patna. Buddhist Smriti Park first. 22 acres, dedicated to Lord Buddha.
Yes, and it's designed to be a really peaceful escape right in the city. A key feature is that it has saplings grown from cuttings of the Bodhi tree brought from important Buddhist sites across the world. So there's this direct living connection to the origins of Buddhism. Plus meditation centers, quiet paths. It's very serene.
Sounds lovely. An oasis. Okay, then there's the Sanjay Gandhi Jaivik Udyan, the Patna Zoo. 153 acres. That's huge for a zoo.
It is pretty vast, yeah. And it's considered one of India's leading biological parks. It houses a really diverse range of animals and birds and plays a big part in conservation and education, too. It's a place you can really see the biodiversity of the region and, well, beyond.
And then something quite different. Maria Lok Parasar, renovated into a modern recreation hub, VR gaming, mini cinema. That sounds like quite a change.
It really shows how Patna is evolving today. This renovated complex caters to, modern entertainment, virtual reality, movies, but also fitness. There's a gym, a yoga center. It shows the city balancing its incredible history with contemporary life.
Now, Patna being right on the Ganges, that river feels central. Let's talk about Gandhi Ghat. Must be a very significant spot.
It holds huge historical and spiritual significance, yes. It's recognized as the place where Mahatma Gandhi's ashes were immersed into the Ganges. But beyond that history, the Ganga Aarti ceremony held there every evening. It's a very powerful spiritual experience, draws crowds, brings people together right on the sacred river.
Moving towards knowledge and learning.
Yeah.
The Kudubaksh Oriental Public Library, founded way back in 1891. Sounds like scholar's dream.
Oh, absolutely. This library is a real treasure. It's famous for its rare collection of manuscripts, Persian, Arabic, Urdu, other languages too. It's just vital for preserving and studying these historical texts. Imagine the centuries of learning held there. It offers unique insight into the intellectual history of the region and the wider Islamic world.
So Patna's importance clearly ripples outwards. There are key places nearby too, like Nalanda Mahavihara, about 95 kilometers away. That name rings a bell for sure.
It definitely does. Nalanda was this just preeminent center of Buddhist learning in ancient times. Scholars came from all over Asia. Its historical impact is so immense, it's now a UNESCO World Heritage Site. Even looking at the ruins today, you get this powerful sense of what it must have been like, this hub of intellectual activity. Its legacy is huge.
It's really clear that Patna is this gateway, isn't it? A gateway to this incredibly rich mix of history, culture, spirituality, both in the city and just outside it.
Exactly. You go from something like the Golgar, this feat of engineering, or the history inside the Patna Museum, to the deep spirituality of Takht Patna Sahib, and then the ancient intellectual powerhouse of Nalanda nearby. It's just a remarkably diverse set of experiences for anyone curious about India.
So for you listening, we really hope this deep dive has given you a good, insightful overview of what makes Patna so special. That interplay of ancient history, living culture, deep spirituality.
Yeah, and maybe leaves you thinking, how does a city like Patna, that holds so many layers of history, so many cultural shifts all in one place, how does that shape our understanding of India's story, even today? Perhaps, actually experiencing a place like that firsthand offers a perspective on time, on history that you just can't get any other way. Something to think about.